Welcome back to Sonic the Hedgehog with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Puggy. So, Spring Yard Act 2, Act 3, sorry, does have us bouncing around a lot more. So, yeah, and indeed, this actual Let's Play will be over by the next episode, seriously. Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is a very, very short game. Seriously, again, to be fair, it was released in 1991, so of course it's a short game, and it's made even shorter by the fact we have the spin dash in this game, seriously. It is probably the only version, working version if you don't include Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis on the Game Boy Advance. Really, that game was an utter mess. And it didn't even release over here in the UK, so I'm guessing Sega didn't think it would be viable to release a classic game over here in the UK if it didn't sell well or it controlled so bad because so many people on the internet were just slating it left, right, and center and everything. Well, rightly so. I've seen the footage for myself of that game. But yeah, that game did have the spin dash. And of course, Sonic Jam. But of course, despite the much fanfare the Sega Saturn got, yeah. So, there you go. It'll be over in a few, by the next episode. So, yeah. That being said, oh boy, am I breezing through this level, seriously. Although when we get to the boss, watch out. The Eggman boss is easily one of the toughest things in the game, seriously. So that being said, you will see here we have an area that has these things. Below these is nothing but a bottomless pit, seriously. Yes, Sega put a bottomless pit there. And it is very hard to time your jumps with these things, seriously. I'm sorry I'm saying that so much, but it's very hard to time your jumps here. Because, I think you're supposed to jump before they come together. And keep in mind, they are still moving, so if you miss your jump, that's it, game over. Oh, at least you lose a life. I did get a few continues at least from the special stages, so at least that's something. Anyway, with the boss, what Eggman will do is come down with his giant needle and try and take away each of the blocks, so leaving you less room to attack him and everything. Thankfully, the crush damage does not kill you in one blow, at least, so yeah. Just be careful of where you hit Eggman when he is coming down with his giant needle, if you know what I mean. Okay, then, we're back. So, indeed, yeah, I think the thing that kills you with these platforms is the momentum, seriously. Thankfully, I managed to actually get over to Eggman while I was in invincibility, so I got a few hits in on the evil Doc. So, yeah. I was actually quite lucky there, to be fair. So, that being said, let's go to the thing, and there we go. Yeah, that boss is actually quite hard. Again, given that we're like 3 levels in, that's fair, I guess. So, that being said, we go from probably one of the fastest levels in the game into one of the slowest levels in the game. Yes, we are going to Labyrinth Zone. And this is the first of many underwater zones, and I consider this one the worst, seriously. I consider this one the worst. At least I can say this, something like Hydro City in Sonic 3. At least that zone has plenty of speed sections within the water, even in some cases. Seriously. Labyrinth Zone does not. Seriously, and we do have, of course, the problem with the water. If Sonic stays too long in the water, he will drown, and so he will need to get one of those bubbles, or I like to call them because of the noise it makes in the game. Yes, the rock rock. And at the time I was still watching Rugrats as well, so that was a thing. Even though I didn't have, like, satellite TV, it was on the BBC, was Rugrats, so, yeah. So, that's what it made me think of. Anyway, if you do spend too long in the water, then Sonic will drown. Yes, he will, and that is, to borrow from the, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, no good. I can't believe I'm saying that. But, yeah. This button here is needed to be pressed in order to open a gateway that will take us out of this area. Yeah, it's not only labyrinth, just the thing, but it's an underwater labyrinth as well. And the spin dash will not help you here because it is not supposed to be an area that was built around the spin dash. Something like Spring Yard Zone or the upcoming Starlight Zone absolutely is built around, can be used with the spin dash. But you can tell with this level that this game was not built around that maneuver. Seriously. And these, I'm guessing, spikes will definitely, thing. And here I can definitely tell that the drowning music is being played. That's another thing. The drowning music is the only piece of music that is actually played in all of the Mega Drive, and indeed, dare I say it, the any other Sonic games that have the music, is because it was not actually composed by Masato Nakamura of Dreams Come True. Seriously, it wasn't. So that's why it was able to be used in multiple Sonic games. Seriously. But there you go. So with this one, what we have to do is get up here. Yeah, the platforming in... that's another thing about underwater. Because Sonic is underwater, he cannot go fast unless he uses something like the spin dash. Or something like that. And even then, in something like Labyrinth Zone, which as I mentioned, is not built around speed, is not so great, to be honest. So... with that said, let's see. So, Act 2, let's see, starts off much the same. By the way, those badniks that come up from the ground are called Burrobots. Yes, seriously. They are very similar looking to the grounders that we will see in Aquatic Ruin Zone. In fact, they behave the same. The main difference is of their design, obviously. But we'll get to that. So, and these guys are called Orbinauts. Yes. A badnik which will reappear in Sonic 3 in Launch this zone. They are very annoying because they can send out their spikes. Certainly in Labyrinth Zone. They do reappear in Scrap Brain Zone as well. So yeah. And are a genuine nuisance. Seriously. So, with that said, let's get some air and go through the tube here. The one good thing I will say about Labyrinth Zone, I do like the music. Yes. It's actually quite relaxing for such a hard level. Hard zone, even. So, yeah. Although the Eggman boss fight is easily the most annoying thing in the game. Yes, even with the final level coming up, Scrap Brain Zone, I consider this the hardest boss in the game. Just because you are not actually trying to hit Eggman, as we will see. But, yeah, and I hate those bear heads. Seriously. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say there. Over there is another thing. Believe it or not, that ring monitor, if we get it, will reveal a switch. And that will open the door above, so yeah. Weirdly enough, of course, I have also been neglecting the, dare I say, the 8-bit version of Sonic 1. Seriously, which is available on the, of course, the Sega Game Gear and Master System. Though only I think the Game Gear has version has been released. Given that the Wii Shop channel is now closed, the only way to actually play those versions is on the certainly in the West anyway, is on like Sonic Mega Collection Plus and Sonic Gems Collection on the both the PS2 over here and the GameCube. Seriously. Okay, I was able to use the spin dash there. Anyway, going back to the thing, yeah. The only level, and believe it or not, it has a fair few different levels. Well, only a few, really. Only Green Hill Zone, Labyrinth Zone, and Scrap Brain Zone are in that version. I may well cover it. Although, having said that, there's an even better fan remake out at the moment that's... probably makes the game a hell of a lot better, surprisingly, and I've only seen it, really. And I'm not sure if I can record my PC and everything, so... I've been wanting to do that, actually, to be fair. I'll get to that. Anyway, I jumped into the giant ring, so that means we can go to the special stage. And this special stage is also the final one. So yeah, and it also, therefore, is the hardest one. In this area, we have the Chaos Emerald in the main area, just like the previous special stage. The difference is there are a lot more diamonds and there are more R blocks to get through, seriously. And you can easily fall into the ghoul symbols as well, so yeah. Yeah, not very good at all, seriously. At least like I said, this special stage, you can easily get a continue here. Yeah, so that isn't too bad. Weirdly enough, the design of this special stage would be later used in Sonic 3 and Knuckles with the slot machine stage, but we'll get to that. Seriously, but yeah, I'm messing up royally. Yeah, I am. And at the very end, there is the thing there, and what the hell? Thankfully, that bumper actually bounced me off the, dare I say, the goal thing, so that's good. It's gonna be very stressful to go through one of those goals, seriously. Anyway, there we go. That is the 6th Chaos Emerald, and the final one. Yeah, as I say, there are not 7 here. That does get changed, of course, in later games. Yes, apparently they want to make as many as Dragon Balls, so yeah. Now, referencing both Dragon Ball and Star Wars, but I'll get to that. Anyway, actually does change things up a bit with the beginning area, because in the beginning area what we have to do is actually find this switch here. If I had not pressed that switch there, what would have happened is that Sonic would have got stuck here and would have had to go, I guess, back through the level. If that makes any sense. Seriously. So, yeah. And, no, it would have to go in circles until, I guess, he got stuck. Now, as a kid, I did find that tough. Maybe not as tough as one of the areas in Sonic 4 Episode 1, but given that game is no longer, I guess, canon, thank goodness, I say, because, to be honest, I wouldn't have minded Sonic 4 Episode 3, but I'm guessing that's now down to the fans. Anyway, that being said, let's go through here, and, yeah, a bit more of these poles we have to hang on. Just don't have Sonic go into one of the things. And I desperately need some air. Another thing you can do is actually get out of the water by, well, just doing that to get some air. Though in this room, that's not a possibility because the entire room is filled with water. So yeah, I do want to get another... Yes, I do. And then get up there, because to be honest, I cannot do it otherwise. And another Orbinaut. Well, I know the drill with those guys. Jump over their spikes until their head is exposed. Seriously. But, yeah. Up here is another switch. and that will thankfully take us out of the water. However, in this area, this is where things get tough. I'm glad I got that checkpoint, because otherwise I think I would have messed up. Here, what we have to do is jump out of the thing. I'll keep up with the water even more so, because otherwise Sonic will drown. And we're not done yet, because in the next room, oh boy, I'm surprisingly keeping up ahead of the water. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it's a glitch in this version. Anyway, you can see Dr. Eggman is hanging out around here, and for good reason. Basically, what we have to do here is not fight Dr. Eggman. Oh no! This is more of an endurance course against the water, and to not make Sonic drown and everything, and avoid most of the obstacles, such as the bear heads shooting fire, or it is fire. It's not a stone or anything like that. It is actual fire, and of course the spears coming out the walls. Yes, it is very, very tough. It is very, very tough. Okay, we're back again. So, indeed, I have 0 rings, the water level is up to full, and I want to move as quickly as possible before I do drown. Again, you are given like 5 goes before you die. That's what I'm going to refer to it as. And at the very top, all you need to do is hit Eggman once and he flies off. Seriously. Eggman is actually counting on Sonic to drown in the water so he can continue creating robots with the animals on, I'm guessing, I don't know if this is Planet Earth or Planet Mobius. Seriously, I know in later games it is actually Planet Earth, but given that Classic Sonic is now, according to Sonic Forces, from another dimension, and I'm gonna say this might well be Planet Mobius! Anyway, that being said, yeah. Here we will have to get up here and jump over the Orbinauts. Now, the Orbinauts in Starlight Zone are very different. They don't expose themselves, so the only way to actually damage them is by taking a hit and using invincibility frames, or just ignoring them altogether, which is very hard with all the obstacles. Though thankfully this does feature my favourite song in the game, seriously. Starlight Zone is honestly my favourite song in the game. It's just so relaxing and everything. So yeah. And it's also my favourite level in the game, not just for that reason, but also the set pieces. Again, this Green Hill and definitely Spring Yard Zone do feature, as well as Scrap Brain Zone, in the Mega Play version of this game. So yeah. I do like this level. And it's made it even better, actually, with the spin dash. Seriously. Again, this level was built for speed, so, of course, the spin dash definitely works here. But that being said, yeah. The other annoyances that are in Starlight Zone are, of course, the seesaws with the spikes, which also form a main part of the fight against Eggman in this zone. So yeah, and also those bombs before I go on. When they explode, they send out the, I guess, debris and everything. So yeah, and they are invincible otherwise. Seriously, you cannot beat those guys. I don't know if they're counted as badniks, but those bombs are very annoying indeed. Seriously. So I'll jump over that Orbinaut. And there are the seesaws with the thing. How high you fling the spike balls indicates how high Sonic will go, basically. That's how it works. So yeah, if you're going from with more force, I guess Sonic will most definitely do more damage? Yeah, I'll go with that. Do more damage. So yeah, and other than that, I guess that's basically it. Seriously, Starlight Zone is fun, but it's also very short. sadly. So we will be, I'm guessing, doing the first 2 acts of Scrap Brain Zone in this episode. Seriously, it is a very short game, it's Sonic 1. Hell, I remember doing Sonic Chaos on the Game Gear, and that is even shorter, seriously. Especially if you're not going for all the Chaos Emeralds. But that being said, let's fling Sonic upwards. Yeah. And indeed, thank goodness there's some invincibility here. Otherwise, I think I would have certainly messed up there. Well, even more so than losing my rings. Which isn't a problem, because I don't need 50 of them to get to the special stage now that I have all the Chaos Emeralds. Again, we don't have Super Sonic in this game, that'll be in Sonic 2. Which is easily one of the best classic Sonic games to ever exist. Although it's not my favourite, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is my favourite classic Sonic game. But, that being said, let's indeed get up here and bounce upwards. Excuse me. So yeah, spin dash. I haven't done that in a while. And yeah, those fireballs are annoying, as are those fans. They can work for you and against you, if you know what I mean, because of where they're placed. You can see that one's blowing me to the right. Anyway, with Eggman, what he will do, he will drop these spike bombs now, and they will explode. Now, if you time it right, you can actually damage Eggman with those spike bombs. Seriously, so it makes this probably my favourite boss fight in the game. You can also fling yourself upwards, and if you time your thing right, you can actually hit Eggman that way. So yeah, the spike bombs will not explode if they're in midair, despite if they're primed to do so, seriously. But there you go. Yes, and I don't mind. I wish I'd done more damage that way, but never mind. And there we go! Yeah, a very short stage, as I say. So we're going on to the final level in the game, Scrap Brain Zone. Yeah, it has been a very short Let's Play. Then again, this episode is 25 minutes long. So, yeah. I kind of stringed all my recordings together to make a 25-minute episode, and it really cuts the game into 4 parts. Seriously, compared to, say, back in the 2000s, and when you only had like a 10 to 15 minute time limit on videos. Anyway, with Scrap Brain Zone, there are a lot of obstacles in the first act alone, because you have these I guess electrode thingies that, well, can shock you from above. There are also these flamethrowers, and we don't see them yet, but you can hear them going off multiple times throughout the level. So yeah, and some of the electrodes are placed on the bottom. Seriously, these platforms are a real nuisance because, although not in this area, we will have an area with these spinny platforms where it is very hard to, dare I say it, not jump off? Yeah, that'd be the analogy here. And thank goodness for the spin dash. Because in this area, as you see, if the moment I try and jump on that, yeah, I would have fallen off. I was lucky there. This area introduces us to another new badnik, the Ball Hog. And they like to throw their bombs down, which bounce around, and when they will eventually explode. Seriously. If I wasn't playing the Sega Ages version with the spin dash, then yeah, that would have been a problem. Anyway, that being said, I think we have done that one. So, do we go to Act 2, or do I just end it and just do a save state? Let's see. Yeah, just do a save state. Okay, then I will see you on the next episode when we will finish the game. So I will see you then. Goodbye!